Hey, good morning, kids. We are going to be doing a craft today that is both for Earth Day, which is today, but also it ties into Greta Thunberg and Earth. And so what we're going to be doing is making shaving cream Earth art, okay? And so I'm going to go through this step by step. So we're going to go over what things you need, what materials, and then you can pause the video and go and grab them if you need them, and then kind of go through this whole process step by step with me, okay? So the things that you're going to need, shaving cream. This is just the cheap stuff that I got at Walmart. So shaving cream, green acrylic paint, blue acrylic paint, and I got a couple of different shades of blue. That's just for me. All you really need though is one other color. You need a ruler, a craft stick, a glue stick, a black piece of paper, a white piece of paper that is in the shape of a circle, a baking pan, and a paper towel. Which I got right here. So what we know right now is that many people want to protect the Earth. People could celebrate protecting Earth on April 22nd, which is today, which is Earth Day. What can we do? We can make art that looks like the Earth, and that's kind of how we can work together to celebrate. All right, so now I'm going to go through this. You can pause the video if you need to go and get your materials, but I'm going to go ahead and start and go through this step by step. All right. So I'm going to kind of tilt the camera down so you can see hopefully what I'm working on. So this is my baking sheet that I have here. So the first thing is we're going to spray a thick layer of shaving cream onto the baking sheet. So I have my shaving cream here. So I'm shaking it up. Okay, so I'm going to put a thick layer of shaving cream on here. All right, there's my shaving cream. Ooh, smells good. The next thing that we do is we're going to use the ruler to kind of make the shaving cream get flat. So I'm going to kind of use this and flatten it out. You could use a spatula, but I don't personally like to use things that go with my food with art projects, just to be safe and careful, which is why we're going to use a ruler. So you're spreading it out just like if you were making brownies or something like that, or spreading out your frostings, the same concept. Okay, I think that will about do that. I'm going to set this to the side and then I'm going to clean it here in a little bit. Okay, the next thing we do is put some blue paint in it. So we just put some drops around everywhere. Okay, so that's one of the blues. Here's kind of a second blue. Put some there. I actually got a little bit of paint on me, but we got it. And then I also have our green paint. This green's just a little bit darker. Okay. So at first it's going to look like this, just kind of dots everywhere. The next thing that we're going to do is use our craft stick and we're going to swirl everything around. and kind of mix it together, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. And if you see that you have too much of one color, you might want to go in and add a little bit more of something else. So I think I'd like a little more dark blue. If I can get it to come out here. All right, I think my blue is almost done. So let me add in just a little more blue here. Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm going to set my craft stick to the side as well. Okay, now what we do is we are going to take our, I'm going to tilt this up where you can see me for a second. We're going to take this, we're going to press it in to the shaving cream. And we have to wait 10 seconds while it sits there, okay? So I'm going to tilt this back down so you can see, and we're going to count to 10 together. Okay, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to press it in. Make sure it's touching everywhere. Okay, and now we're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we have our paper towel laying out. So I have mine sitting right here. We are going to pick up the paper and set it on the paper towel with the paint side up. Okay. So I'm pulling it off and it kind of looks like this right now, okay? So I'm going to lay it on the paper towel. Okay, now we have to wait 5 minutes to let it dry. So I'm going to pause this video, wait 5 minutes to let this dry, and then we will come back. Okay, I am back. It has been 5 minutes. So we are going to take our circle that has all of our shaving cream on it, and we're going to scrape it off into the shaving cream we had left. We're not going to put the paper back in there. We just need to get all the excess extra off. I have my ruler. And I have my paper that has all of the stuff on it. I'll tilt you down where you can see. So we're going to take our ruler and scrape it off and put it back down into the pan, because we don't need all that extra stuff on there. See if we can get some more of it off. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere, doing better. Okay. All right. So I think we did pretty good. So look at all the shaving cream down in there. And then here is our earth painting that we have created. Kind of looks like the oceans of earth. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to set this back on the paper towel to dry until it's completely dry. So I'm not sure exactly how long that's going to take. So again, I'm going to pause the video, but hope it'll just pop right back on. But you will have to take some time to let this dry before we move on to the very last steps of our paper, okay? So I look forward to seeing you all back here in just a few, as soon as this dries. All right, we're back. It actually did not take that long to dry, when I could really tell it was starting to get dry, I took a paper towel and kind of wiped off the rest of the areas that kind of looked a little bit wet. And so what we were left with was our earth. Um, on mine, you can kind of see where I wiped it just a hair, but it's nothing bad. It still, to me, looks really awesome, looks really good. So now what we do, we have our black paper. We're going to glue this, put the glue on the white side, and then stick it to our black paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing it. Put this down where you can see. Now remember, we don't have to use an excessive glue. It doesn't take that much, just enough to make it stick. The paper that I'm using is cardstock, which is a little bit heavier, which is why I'm using a little more glue than I normally would. But, okay, it's sticky though. Turn it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press down. Remember, if it's wet, you'll get paint on you, so make sure it's dry. We don't want everybody getting paint on them. Okay. That, you have completed your Earth Day art. You have made your own Earth out of shaving cream, paint, and paper. It looks great. You can hang it up and celebrate Earth Day. Maybe you can write Happy Earth Day on it if you have something that will write on black paper and give it to somebody. But I think they have turned out wonderful. I hope you have a happy Earth Day, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.